Hello and welcome once more to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Amata. Today is the 12th of May and I am bringing you this time the Assassin's Creed Syndicate roundup, as of course we literally just had the Ubisoft stream revealing the first details about the game, and I'm going to be giving you basically everything that they discussed. And well, there's quite a bit of information here. Namely, the setting is of course going to be London as we knew, but the exact year is going to be 1868, and the rumour that was going around about you being able to play as Evie, it looks like that's going to be true. They didn't really come out and say you can play as her, but they heavily implied it, and she is featured in all the trailers and whatnot. Also, the previous rumours about you having some sort of grapple hook are in fact true. You will have a rope launcher that actually comes very much into how you climb buildings and how your parkour actually works. It makes climbing buildings a lot faster. So let's give an example. You basically launch your rope thingy onto the roof of the building and you kind of pull yourself up, and you can use it as a zip line to go from building to building as well, and naturally you can do air assassinations from that building, so it's pretty damn nice. The actual story is very much set around the poor rising up and taking back control. Obviously, the Industrial Revolution, time of great upheaval, where if you were working class, well, your life probably wasn't all roses and niceness, unfortunately. So it is basically about the two main characters taking over territories and getting the slums and people who live in them on their side as their own sort of personal street gang to take on, of course, the Templars, who are in control of things. So the whole territory control thing is making a return. What's interesting though is combat will be seeing a change, as basically not only is it going to be faster paced, apparently it's going to be very up close and personal. You're not going to be carrying around a sword on your hip or anything like that, because well, at this time you would most likely be arrested. So it's all small weapons. You've got a small knife, you've got brass knuckles, you've got throwing knives, you've got a gun, you've got a revolver that you can pull out and shoot people with. So it's all very brutal, all very brute force, and that kind of plays into Jacob's character. Apparently he's very much the sort of brute force type that likes to dive head on, and it kind of plays back into the combat of him, you know, taking things on with his fists, I suppose you could say, kind of a brawl style. Now naturally vehicles will be entering into it, mainly trains and carriages, of course, and carriages are going to be very versatile within the gameplay. Basically, well, there's going to be a traffic system, of course, as you'd expect, and you can jump on vehicles, drive them, you can use them for your parkour, and you can also kill from them, and you can also use them to hide. So they're going to be very versatile things. So you can use a carriage to escape guards, or you can kind of use it to quickly hop across the street, kind of hop across the roofs of carriages to actually, you know, escape. As for the actual game map, we do know that there'll be 7 boroughs included in the game, London being of course the main one, and I have to say, judging from the pre-alpha footage that they showed, it looks pretty damn awesome, I'm not going to lie. A new thing as well that kind of ties into how you can actually use carriages and things is that there's actually going to be the ability to use the environment to take out your enemies, so basically environmental kills. In the video, you saw Jacob shooting rope that was holding barrels, so the barrels obviously fell down and crushed the enemy underneath, and obviously there's going to be more applications for it than that, but environmental kills will be coming into it. Everyone's fan favourites, the hallucinogenic darts, will still be in it as well. And according to what Ubisoft was saying, they very much want to have the environments, the world itself, tell you a story, which is how any good game does it, to be honest. Each little thing about the world should tell you something about it. So, for example, The Last of Us. You know, obviously that random tree down the street doesn't tell you anything, but the whole scene does. Say you're walking down a dilapidated street and there's graffiti all over the walls that kind of gave you the impression that a gang situation was happening, a rivalry situation between two opposing faction of survivors was happening, or something like that. That itself tells you a story without flat out having a character come at you and saying, by the way, there was a conflict, you get what I'm saying. So there you have it. You should have been seeing the video on screen right about, well, during the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm actually really looking forward to it. I've been wanting a Victorian London Assassin's Creed since day dot, pretty much. So this looks really awesome, and I really like how they've done it, judging from what they've shown. Of course, it's way too early to get too excited, and of course it's not due out for a while. So I'm not going to get too hyped up, especially after what happened with Unity, but it looks pretty damn promising, and the voices that we heard in the actual trailer and whatever, they're pretty good. I think that you're probably going to get some minor characters who might have slightly dodgy voice acting, because obviously British accents, are, well, notoriously hard to pull off if you're not actually British. So judging from what we heard, the voice acting sounds pretty damn good. Graphically, it looks nice, but it is pre-alpha footage, so obviously very much subject to change. And finally, to finish up, we have the release date for the title, which is going to be October the 23rd of this year on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And for the PC, all we have, unfortunately, at the moment is a vague autumn 2015 release window. So, yeah. It's probably going to be November if I had to guess, because any early November if I had to guess, because, well, any later than that you're kind of going beyond autumn into winter, but, you know, I don't know how pernickety they're going to get over that. So, yeah, that is me done for this video. Do let me know what you guys think. I'm pretty hyped, actually. I don't want to get too hyped, as I said, but it's looking pretty damn good. I'll see you next time.